All right, guys, we're here with a workout, an actual workout vlog, an actual good one. Last time I tried to record this, I had crappy microphones, and I was literally recording everything on my phone. So this is going to be 10 times easier now that I actually have a phone or a camera to record everything on. So, and I thought, might as well, I got all the stuff. Might as well start doing some workout vlogs. So you guys can see how I lift, see what the training's all about. And I thought, what a great day to start with an actual good first workout vlog than the chest day. Today is my chest day. I do chest with a sprinkle of tries. And what I mean by that is I literally just do like one try movement near the end of the workout. So I'm about to get my first set. We start with incline bench. We do 3 sets of this. Usually, since I'm so deep into the cut, it's usually like 3 sets of like 5 or 6 reps with 235. I used to be able to hit this for like 10 reps, but we're deep in the cut, so that's fine. We're still moving the same weight, which that's what's important. So let's get this first set in, guys. You guys can watch me almost kill myself on incline bench. So let's get this going. Oh, and my headphones turned off. That's no fun. Let's get the music going. We gotta get the music playing. There we go. All right. 235. Let's go. Told you guys. It was just like 6 reps. Told you. How's the camera looking? Let's rearrange this a little bit. Let's angle it up just a hair. There we go, that looks better. All right. There we go. And 3 minutes on the watch for rest periods. We always do 3 minutes for the big movements, the compound movements. I just got off work. Just got done training all my athletes for the day. So we gotta come get our lift in. Luckily, I was able to do my cardio, or at least the bigger part of my cardio while I was at work. It's the perks of working in a gym. And you have a treadmill just kind of always around. Whenever you have free time, you can just kind of hop on the treadmill and get your cardio in. But yeah, I cannot wait to be done with the cut, y'all. I'm super proud of myself, still being able to move 235 pounds for reps on incline, even if that last rep was iffy. Weighing like 160 pounds and me being able to rep out 235 on incline, pretty proud of that. We were trying to get that chest, trying to get that big chest, y'all. For any of you guys who don't know or haven't been watching my content, which if you haven't been watching my shorts, you need to watch my shorts. We're on the road to 8% body fat, and I'm pretty sure we're coming up close on it. I got my DEXA scan in a couple days. That'll kind of tell me what body fat percentage we're at. And that'll either tell us if we take a pause from the cut and then hop back on the cut, or if we're completely done with the cut in general. We'll kind of see from there. God dang. I also hope the audio quality is good here. Kind of wanna, let's pick this up. Let's see if I can get this a little closer to my mouth, just to be on the safe side. There we go. Hopefully that helps a little bit. This gym likes to absolutely blast music, which is not helpful when you're trying to record audio. But luckily I have nicer microphones now than when I originally started recording content, because those things sucked booty cheeks. Also still learning YouTube stuff. Make sure I don't get demonetized. That's important. Nice. If you guys don't do incline bench, you're missing out. I used to be a big hardcore flat bencher. Trust me, I was a flat bencher for years, but my shoulders got absolutely trashed. Like literally just like a year and a half ago, my shoulders were trashed. I couldn't do any pressing movements. It got to the point where I couldn't do any pressing movements. They would literally click if I tried to do that. I had to completely stop pressing for like 2 months. I didn't do any pressing movements. I only did fly movements to work my chest until my shoulders kind of healed, stopped hurting. And now I just do incline, and it doesn't aggravate my shoulders. So if you guys aren't doing incline, I'm telling you, you're missing out. You need to be doing incline movements. Flat bench is great. Flat barbell bench is great to show off, but as we all know, it doesn't really do anything. A flat dumbbell bench would be better than a flat barbell bench, in my opinion. All right, 3 minutes is up. Next set. Let's go. Oh, come on. Dude, why does it keep doing this? Let's go. There we go. There we go. 3 minutes, another 3 minutes. Whew. Yeah, I used to be able to hit this for like literally, even at the beginning of the cut, when I was still losing weight, I was able to hit this for like sets of 10 and 8. And ever since I dropped my calories for these last little couple weeks of the cut, it's been rough. But I don't think we're losing muscle. I mean, we might have lost a little muscle. That's kind of to be expected on a cut. But honestly, almost all my lifts, I'm still moving the same weight. There's only like 1 or 2 lifts that I have to drop the weight. And even then, I only drop the weight on like 1 set, like the last set usually. So that's usually a pretty good indicator for y'all. If you guys are on a weight loss journey, like, you have to pay attention to what you're lifting in the gym. You 100% have to be paying attention to what you're lifting in the gym, because if you don't, you could be losing a lot of muscle and not even be knowing it if you're not paying attention. You need to be doing the same workouts every time you come to the gym, and you need to be trying to move the same weight, if not hitting PRs every time you come in, even on a deficit. Because you can 100% gain muscle in a deficit. I did. Some of my lifts went up. Some of my lifts were still going up like a month and a half into my cut. Like a month and a half, 2 months into my cut, they were still going up and I was still hitting PRs. So you guys need to be pushing yourself, because that's the only way you're gonna stave off muscle loss during a deficit in a weight loss period and stuff like that. Gotta push yourself hard. Bust out the Mike Mincer mentality. It works, trust me. Oh. It's so awkward. I've never recorded stuff like this. I have no idea if anybody's looking at me. Who cares? I'm just here to talk to y'all. This is gonna be a long video. This is gonna be such a long video, it's gonna take forever to upload on YouTube. But I figured you guys might be interested in seeing my actual workouts. You know, if your favorite opera singing fitness coach, to see what an opera singer does for his lifts, because it's literally nothing special. It's just regular lifting. It's regular lifting. I just make sure I don't absolutely hold my breath all the time. That's about it. Like, you don't want to put too much pressure in the vocal cords and in the throat. That's about it. It's not that hard. And you guys can take some tidbits here, you know, some snippets of my lifts and some tricks. I mean, with this thing, incline bench, I like to aim higher when I bring the bar down. If that's a little tip I like to give to my athletes when I'm training them. Aim a little higher, don't aim down here, because that's gonna involve shoulders to get it kind of moving. You wanna aim up here, flare the elbows out a little bit, and that stretches that chest as much as you can. I'm not focusing on moving as much weight as possible. I'm focusing on isolating the upper chest like I want to. That's how you're gonna grow your chest. Take it from somebody who used to have a very flat chest. This is how you're gonna grow your chest. All right, last set. Let's hope I don't die. No spotter. Dang. Would have loved to get a 5th rep on that, but, you know, take it or leave it, I guess. Good enough. We're done. We're done. On to the next. All right, guys. Next movement is always pec deck for 2 sets to pretty much completely failure. You know, absolutely blast that chest a little bit more. Give the triceps and front delts a little bit of a break from the pressing movements, so we can just isolate the chest while it's still somewhat fresh, if we've only got 1 movement in. And then I feel like 2 sets to failure on this, with a couple partials, is plenty to toast the chest, or toast the general chest more. So, make sure everything's still on. Jeez. All right, let's get this started. All right. Oh, this machine sucks. Come on. Come on. Oh. Oh. Holy crap. Whew. Jesus. All right. 2 minutes for the rest period on this. So this is just an isolation movement. We're not doing a big compound movement. I really only need 2 minutes for rest period. If you don't feel like needles are stabbing your chest at the end of this, you didn't go hard enough. You did not go hard enough on this. You gotta go harder. I don't know. I said this machine, you guys heard me. I said this machine sucks. I don't know if you guys can see, but as I was coming out, it was literally hitting rough spots. Like it would go smooth, smooth, hit a rough spot, smooth, smooth, hit a rough spot. I hate machines like this. But it's the struggles of working out at a commercial gym. You're gonna sometimes run into machines that aren't particularly the most taken care of. It's kind of how it is. Whew. A tip for this. Actually, I feel like the seat's too high. Now that I did a set. A tip for this, for any of you people out there, is the whole flat back method that people are talking about right now actually works. So you don't need to have a big arch in your back. I actually push my back up against the seat here. And I have a flat back. And as I'm coming in, I really have that feeling that I'm turning my pinkies in to each other. That's why you don't see me grip the handles. I keep my hands open and I'm like closing them in. That right there, you guys can see that. That squeezes my chest together so much. And we have a slight bend at the back here, so it's not too much on the shoulders. Little bend, and then you straighten the arms and bring the pinkies in as you come together. It makes it to where the front delt doesn't get too much activation, and it's just the chest pulling that arm across the body, which is what we want. Man, I'm tired. It was a long day at work. Very long day at work, but we still gotta get our lift in. 8% body fat isn't gonna reach itself, you know? And the less muscle we lose, the less fat we have to lose. We wanna, that's the whole idea of this, all right? All right, 2 minutes up. Next set, let's get it, boys. Okay. Flat back, shoulders back. Oh my God. Ugh. Ugh. Come on, 11. Oh my God. Okay. Whew. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. 2 sets. If you do 2 solid sets on this with proper form, that's all you need. I swear. I don't know how good the lighting is right now. Whatever. All right, let's go to our next movement, guys. Oh my God, I'm sore. All right, guys. Next up, we have some decline cable flies. And what's that? Oh, moved, okay. My biggest recommendation for this movement, well, first off, we're gonna do 2 sets of this, somewhere probably around the 10 to 12 rep range. Trying to reach failure at 10 to 12 reps. But my biggest recommendation for this movement is take time to figure out the setup that works for you. When I'm here, ooh, that's a little heavy. Hold on, let's lower that weight. Let's try 20. I thought 27 was gonna feel good, but felt a little heavy. So, you need to be able to find the perfect setup to where it's pulling directly against the travel you want. Some people put this way too high to where it's almost like pulling their arms up and open like this. We don't need that. We want to find the perfect, cable path that makes us end right here and pulls our arms open here. We don't need this super out wide, we don't need this handle all the way out here. It needs to give you the perfect resistance to where your hands are getting pulled up out here and back in. Take the time to figure out what works for your setup and works for your body, all right? People try to rush this all the time, and that's why this movement doesn't feel good for a lot of people. But if you figure out the setup, it's actually a great movement. Okay. Am I even in the camera frame right now? Okay. Oh my God. You guys see this? Is this even showing up on camera right now? I actually have like striations in my chest right now. This looks kind of sick. Oh, God dang. Another tidbit for this, for you guys who do this movement and it feels weird, don't lean so far forward. I actually caught myself doing this, and I catch myself doing it all the time because it's easier. It makes the movement easier. Stay upright because we're doing a decline fly. If we just lean over like this, we're just doing a regular fly just at a different angle. Stay upright, pull it down. And I'm gonna move this. I feel like I'm not even in the camera angle. Oh yeah, chest shot. Oh, that's a good shot. There we go. Let me see. Oh, I forgot to set timer. God dang it. Let's just do 60 seconds. We've already been yapping for like a minute. This may be very autistic of me, but I always set a timer for rest periods because I don't like to waste time in the gym. I want to get in here and get out because I'm a busy guy and I got other stuff to do. If I'm here, oh yeah, that looks better. But yeah, I've been rocking with this chest day the entire cut. So pretty much for the last 5 months, I've been doing this exact same routine over and over again. I think the only thing I switched was when I first started the cut, I was doing Smith machine incline, and then I switched to barbell incline pretty early on because I just got kind of sick of Smith machine and I wanted more of a compound movement to hit more muscles, not quite as isolated on the chest. So I could still work my front delts and triceps a little bit more than on the Smith machine. So, because I'm already doing 3 other chest movements on this chest day. All right. All right, time for the second set. This is so weird. I don't know what to say in between sets, and I don't feel like I'm talking enough, so you guys are literally just watching me do exercises. Because it's not like I can talk during my exercises. But, all right, let's get it, boys. Chest up. I gotta take a step forward here. 4? Is that 4? I think I lost count. Get to 10. Oh, my chest hurts. Okay, on to the next. I've come to love this movement. I used to hate this movement because, once again, I was one of those people who didn't take the time to set it up. When you take the time to set it up, guys, this is an absolutely killer movement. I can't lie. So figure it out, or leave a comment, or DM me or something if you need help getting this movement set up. I will help you. On to the next exercise. All right, guys, and we're on to our next exercise. This exercise is a little bit of a niche one that I don't see a lot of people do. This is gonna be a dumbbell press fly for 3 sets of about 5 reps, 5 to 6 reps, pretty heavy. That's why we're doing 3 sets of it. And I remember when I first started making content and I was like showing off my workout splits, a guy like got in an argument with me in the comment section about this. He was like, he watched me do it and he was like, well, he watched the video and he was like, it's like, that's just, you're just doing a fly, bro. Just call it a fly. And I'm like, well, it is called a press fly, which means it's a variation of a fly. I'm not saying it's not a fly, but the idea is you bend the elbows a little bit more and engage a little bit more of the triceps, and then you kind of fly it up a little bit. So you can almost overload the chest. You can overload the chest a little bit. And my argument to him was like, dude, if you're bending your elbow this much on a fly, on your flies, you're just doing a press fly anyways. You're not even doing a proper fly. The whole point of a fly is you keep the weight, you keep your arms pretty straight. You can have a slight bend in the elbows, but like you don't need to bend it like here. Like that's just too much. That's too much bend. That's not a fly anymore. That's a press practically. So I was telling him, I was like, if you're bending your arms like this, you're already doing a press fly, if not a press. Fly, you gotta be out here, man. And that's probably because he was ego lifting. Don't ego lift, kids. Focus on the form. Focus on the isolating the muscle, and that's how you actually get muscles to grow. Unless you're a power lifter and you want to focus on moving weight, then yeah, do that. But most people aren't power lifters. Most people are just trying to get big. Let's get this. Ugh. Oh. One more. Come on. Come on. Oh man, I really hope you guys can hear me. I'm like right in front of a speaker in this gym. Okay, 2 minutes. Another isolation movement, so 2 minutes. But as you guys saw, I bend my elbows here, and we have that idea once again. If I could face you guys. When I open up, I turn my wrist. Wait, no, I turn my wrist to kind of open. Oh God, I have it backwards now. Brain fog. I turn my wrist kind of flat, and I keep it kind of open, and then as I come up, I twist and bring those pinkies together. And we twist, we kind of rotate the wrist as we're doing the motion. Once again, just helps us contract that chest at the top a little bit more. And yeah, I understand that turning the wrist doesn't inherently help chest a whole lot, but it's one of those things where if it's mind-muscle connection, if it helps me feel like I have better form, I'm gonna do it. and if it helps me, you know, feel the muscle more and feel like I'm getting a better workout on it, I'm just gonna do it. There's no reason not to. Like, if I can push myself to failure doing that, I'm gonna do it. Because failure is how we grow. Failure is how you get bigger muscles. You know, pivoting a little bit. Here we go. I love when people think that since I'm an opera singer and I do music and stuff, like you have to do really specific stuff. Like you have to do very specific exercises to make sure you don't damage your voice or things like that. That's bullcrap. That's so bullcrap. Because as long as you're not lifting like an idiot, you're doing the stuff like, you know, consistent breathing during exercises, you know, and make sure you actually breathe and you're not damaging your body. Any regular exercise is going to improve your body. It's going to strengthen your body. It's going to strengthen your core. It's going to strengthen your breath support, everything like that, which inherently goes to singing. Once again, if you guys didn't know, I'm an opera singer. I'm getting a master's degree in vocal performance. And I also do this stuff. I'm also a fitness coach and, you know, a personal trainer and a nutrition coach and all that stuff. So I just love it when people think I do like really lightweight specific exercises no, you don't have to. You don't. You can train like an absolute bodybuilder and still be an amazing singer. Because your body adjusts. Your body's a lot cooler than you think. Trust me. All right. Second set. Let's get it. Oh, I gotta turn the music up. Once again, flat back, y'all. Do this with a flat back. Oh my God. Oh, okay. We're gonna stop there. That was 5. Oh, we're gonna stop there and save a little bit for the last set because that was damn near failure. Oh. Another thing, if you guys notice, I don't worry about touching the weights together at the top because if you pay attention to your anatomy here, anything that's like past right here, my chest isn't contracting anymore. That's my front delt almost pulling my arm in. So if I'm doing these, I'm here, I come up, there's no point of me trying to squeeze my arms together because that's just my front delt taking over. My chest isn't doing anything there. So I'm just wasting energy contracting my front delt. So that's why I'm fine with keeping it right here. Because my chest, that's as far as the chest is gonna go. Here. Just like, I gotta keep turning towards you guys so you can see me. Here. Right there. That's as far as my chest goes. Anything past this, that's just front delt. There's no need for me to do that. Those are little tweaks you can do that will help you grind out an extra rep or two, you know, help you isolate the chest a little bit better, which is in turn, over time, gonna help you grow your chest more. That's all you gotta do. Just find the tweaks to help isolate the muscle you actually wanna hit, not use as many other muscles, and waste energy on those other muscles. Ugh. I really can't see how I look on the little camera screen over there. I can just see if I'm centered, which I'm pretty much centered, I think. Yeah. We'll have to watch this afterwards and see if there's any good lighting or anything. All right, we got one more set of this, and then we're gonna go do triceps and abs. So in total, if you guys were counting, that's 4 chest movements, and then tricep and abs. 6 movements in total. That's it. Which, if you're counting sets, that's 3, 2, 2. I should know this. And then 3. That's 10 sets. 10 sets of chest, and then I had like another 2 on my shoulder day. So weekly, I only hit 12 sets of chest. That's it. You don't need to be doing a whole lot to grow your chest. You just gotta make sure you're doing them intensely enough. Okay. Let's get this last set, boys and girls. Come on, one more. All right, let's go put this weight back. All right. Okay. On to the next exercise, boys. All right, boys and girls. My one tricep movement I do on these chest days is overhead cable extensions, because that is the absolute best tricep builder in the world. An overhead tricep movement that you can take to failure is going to be your best friend for growing your triceps. I promise you that. I've grown my triceps a lot. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I've grown my triceps a lot doing these. And I'm gonna keep doing them. And we superset these with cable crunches. That's the key. All right. Okay, now we gotta superset these with cable crunches. All right, I'm taking my shoes off. Not trying to dirty up my white shoes more than they already are. Okay. I'll talk, I promise. All right, 2 minutes. Okay. Like I said, overhead cables. If you guys noticed, I literally have to use my foot to brace myself against this so I can have a proper setup. Because this is hard to set up. You have to literally flip around and it's hard to set up. The seated ones are easier, but none of the gyms I work out at have a seated one. But if your gym has a seated one and you don't use it, you're missing out. Overhead tricep extensions are pretty much the only exercise you need to do to grow really good triceps. I usually only do this superset for 2 sets because I don't want to spend too much time on the triceps. I have a whole arm day that I hit triceps for. And I also throw in abs, usually at the end of like 3 to 4 of my workouts every week. So I really only need to do like 2 sets. But as you guys saw, I do the classic Arnold style cable crunch, which is another exercise that people do wrong. They do it wrong. They don't take the time to set it up properly. You need to feel like you're literally keeping your chest up and just crunching in with just the abs. We're not doing a whole bend over. That's gonna use too much of your hip flexors down here. We wanna just crunch those abs in and try to maybe pull in a little of those bottom abs. This is literally, I love cable crunches. I do need to start doing some more leg lifts so I can start working the bottom, try working the bottom abs a little bit, and maybe a little bit more of the hip flexors, but you know, it'll come with time. It'll come during the next growing phase once we get out of this cut. I can't really focus on too much muscle growth right now. We just need to focus on maintaining the muscle I do have. Up, 2 minutes is up. If you guys aren't timing your rest periods to make sure you're not wasting a bunch of time in the gym, you're slacking. Slacking. Oh my God. God. I already forgot what spot I had this at. I think that was it. Hold on. Gotta reassess, gotta get the shoes back on. Okay. Also, you really only need like 8 reps on this. Don't feel like you need to be doing 12 to 15 reps for your triceps. It's a scam. You're just gonna be working to muscular fatigue and not muscular failure, which there is a difference. Okay, Jesus. 3, 2, 1. Well, geez, sorry about that, guys. I think my camera died in the middle of that last set. I had to switch out batteries. Oh, I can't take my shirt off because I won't be able to. Well, that sucks. I won't be able to have my microphone. Okay. Well, that's kind of gonna do some posing. I'm gonna start wearing a chain. Let me see here. Maybe I can put it in my headphones. Do some posing with that. Problem solving, kids. Problem solving. There we go. Yeah, it's stuck in my headphones. Cool. All right, hold on. Wait a second. I have no idea how I technically look. I can't even see where I am in the camera. So we're just gonna hope that this looks good. With my white shorts, white on white. Oh, I have some veins popping out. I can see it in the mirror here, or in the window. All right, let's see here. Yeah, I need to get a tan. I don't know how this looks in natural lighting if I'm too washed out. We'll have to see. It's a learning experience for everybody, guys. Just kind of judging by the mirror here. Now, don't forget, I'm not a bodybuilder. I'm an opera singer. We're literally doing this for shits and giggles. Doing so quick posing. Whew. Yeah. Hold on. Whew. Oh man, I think I'm too tired to pose. Whew. Hold on. Let's do a good one here, guys. This is one of my favorites. I'm not very good at it, but it's one of my favorites. Whew. Yeah, I'm tired. And quad stomp. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake. Whew. Oh. Let's see how the back looks. I can't see it, but oh wow, it looks like I'm wearing a diaper with these white shorts. And all right, I think we're done, boys. that was a chest day with your favorite opera singing fitness coach. Of course, give a subscribe if you guys want to get any more, or see any more videos. And, drop a comment if you have any questions about this chest day or any other workouts. I'll feel free to, give all of my input that I can from a person who's been working out for almost a decade now. All right, guys. See you in the next video.